Prepare to hold on to your butts. We got a big one here tonight, guys. A big butt. Yeah, you heard it here first. We like big butts, and we cannot lie. I'm gonna just turn music on now and stop the real freaking stupidity coming out of my mouth. Anyways, let me just flip this on over here. I need more sleep. On that note, like I said, really important race here, guys. On the left-hand side, 10-5 on the season, Mr. TrainwreckJP taking on his divisional opponent, 8-7 right now, Awaken Smoke. Now, let me point this out again. Huge playoff implications here. Awaken needs to win. Doesn't matter by what score. Needs to win to keep his playoff hopes alive. He would take over the number 6 seed in the AFC with a victory. With any round victory as well, he could also end out the AFC East completely, handing it over to New York Video Game Freak. All it would take is one round loss to separate TrainwreckJP and Video Game Freak far enough. So again, huge implications here on both sides. Train really needs a 2-0 win if he wants a chance at that AFC East title. So again, all based off of playoff positioning. It's big for both of these guys. Awaken, it's win or go home. Trainwreck needs this for the division title. So big matchup. No pressure, guys. We're going to do a best 2 out of 3 race through the womb 2. Whoever kills off Mom's heart first will get a point at the bottom of the screen where you see the zeros. We'll reset both racers at that point and start from scratch. Again, best 2 out of 3. You got to do it twice overall. On the way down, you see them listed out in chat. There's 7 banned items nobody is allowed to pick up. That's Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks. You can reroll any of those 7 items, but nothing else with your D6. Toothpicks are the only exception. You can take them if you do want them. Not many do. On that note, we're off and running. I'll explain anything else should we come across it. But again, best of luck to both of these two as they're going to need it tonight. And speaking of those banned items, how about an immediate shovel showing up on Awaken's side? Rerolls it, lines up with Cuppy's head, doesn't want it though. So going to leave behind a bunch of kind of good items in that devil deal as he doesn't want to spend his hearts. Awaken's got Mr. Mega, plus 5 bombs, plus damage on those bombs, and a bigger blast radius as well. Excuse me, TrainwreckJP starting off with the chocolate milk here, and yes, he is using a controller, so it makes it a lot easier for him to spam those shots at whatever rate he wants to. Can also charge his shot whenever he wants for a little bit extra damage on it. And again, that shovel that had shown up on Awaken's side, banned because every 6 rooms, or if you get a faster charge, even quicker, but can wind up giving you a way down to the next floor every couple of rooms. And in a race situation, in a speed run, freaking phenomenal item. Don't misunderstand, I'm not knocking the usefulness of that. It's just slightly overpowered in a racing situation. Could have been interesting if we left it in, but we decided to ban it again by vote of everybody in the league. All right, a little bit of range up there on the left side for Trainwreck. We got another heart on the right side for Awaken Smoke. As you saw, he also took half a white Eternal Heart to the next floor, which gave him that 5th heart container that you noticed. So again, if you get a second one of those on the same floor, or take it to the next floor with you, you get a full heart container. Ooh, Chariot card. Actually, Demon Judge, he doesn't even want to have to take hearts away from Awaken. Actually used it right after that second usage, so it didn't matter much to him. He got Brother Bobby for using up that extra heart anyway, so it didn't matter. One follower there for Awaken who's got base damage tiers. He also picks up the Halo of Flies, which is 2 flies orbiting around blocking shots for him. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry about that. Sadly, I missed what was in trains. That's terrible, but I missed it. Yeah, Toothpicks is barely ever taken. Oh, it was Mr. Mega. Ha! I just saw it as he put down a bomb. That would totally explain it. So, dueling Mr. Mega's there. So again, same thing. 5 extra bombs and the increased blast radius and damage on him. It was pretty obvious once he laid the bomb down, like, well, I don't have to ask. Never mind, right as I finish the question, I see the answer to it. Never fails, right? Second you ask, you're all of a sudden like, well, that was stupid, I know what it is. Anyways, Little Steve will be a follower with homing tiers and again base damage, following around behind Trainwreck. So waking on into his second boss, we got our favorite, Famine. Everybody say, hey, real quick before he gets exploded here by Awaken. Oh god, you didn't, Otaku. Oh god. You added in a ton tonight, didn't you? That's freaking awesome. Oh god, what is not awesome? I was gonna ask for a Judgy please, but how about Judgy, give me my money back. I don't want that notch pickaxe on Trainwreck's side, and guarantee he doesn't either. I hadn't seen that one happen yet, Otaku. That's freaking awesome, dude. And there we go, just refresh my chat on me, but we're all good. Now I can see again. That's freaking awesome. Anyways, Notch pickaxe there would destroy one rock in the room that you used it in. Then you'd have to go get a recharge. No, there's no contact damage with it either. We proved that one. So it's really useless. And again, Train gonna leave that behind. So finding a golden key on Awakened Smoke's side, he has infinite keys for this floor. So even with the one he just picked up, you'll never see him actually utilize that against any locked, any locked anything on this floor for that matter. See, Train wants 10 more bombs as he's got a lot of damage with that Mr. Mega, so going through a challenge room here, he's going to have to take out a few waves of enemies. Ooh, and that double deal again. This time Awaken going to spend those empty heart containers. He wants Brimstone, so one of my favorite items. And again, with Cancer, I don't think that we proved that that actually did nothing there. Yeah, that might be a problem. So, yeah, about that shot that you shot downwards that killed the thing over on the right, Awaken. You didn't get hit. That's a weird thing, though. You didn't get hit, but it didn't look like you... Because it didn't move his head twice, either. I don't think that was in any way, shape, or form intentional, and I don't know how the hell that happened, but I'd say keep going, because I'm not going to count you on that one. I don't know what the hell happened there, but you didn't, like... It didn't... What am I trying to say? It didn't do the graphical head turning thing that it normally does, where it, like, glitches it back and forth, so I don't know what the hell happened there. Go for it, dude. Just keep going. I say keep going on that one, because I don't know what the flying hell happened, because you didn't get double ticks. It just shot down, but killed the guy on the right. You didn't get damaged either, which was weird, but you didn't get the double tick. I was watching it again real quick there, because I'm at a huge freaking delay on mine. But no, you didn't. That's fucking weird. I have no idea what happened. Keep going, though, dude. That's freaking weird, though. Like, I literally had to watch that again really quick. I don't know what the hell happened. He didn't get hit. He doesn't... you know, did one of the orbitals block a shot? Could that have done it? Because he didn't do that on purpose. I can tell you by the way his head turned that that wasn't an intentional Brim Snap. That was not an intentional one. And even if it was... it just... Something glitched there, I think, honestly. Because there's a difference between, like, when you know somebody's doing it, he would have gotten more ticks of damage on that enemy, for one thing, and it didn't happen. So, I think that basically just somehow glitched, which is going to make this a freaking pain in the ass, because I've never seen that happen before. Now, you say that now, Otaku, but just wait for the playoffs when they can add in new rules, because I bet you a lot of people actually ban that. I bet you it's going to happen. For those that don't know, by the way, the person with home field advantage in the playoffs gets to add rules in. So basically, they get to choose what racer they're going to go as, and they also get to choose the rules for that specific matchup. Now, the fun part of that is the person with the lower seed doesn't find out till race time next week. And every week in the playoffs, for that matter. So, I'm guessing that's going to wind up getting banned by more than one player, at least next week, I'd say. I bet you anything. Alright, Justice 1 of every type of items. How about 5 more bombs and poison effect on those for Trainwreck as well? We got, excuse me, Awaken on the right side, moving on down onto his caves too. Because he doesn't get quick enough charge. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell that happened, because it sure as hell wasn't intentional and he didn't get extra damage off of it after watching it twice. That's bizarre. So now we have to worry about that as a graphical glitch, so I really have to freaking monitor everything now with Brimstone now that I've seen that happen. Yeah, wafer, it's not the wafer there, that's why. Oh my god. Well, that's the thing. Forget about worrying about Brim snapping. Holy Christ. How about the knife again tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Jesus Christ. Wow, has this thing been showing up frequently? So our third knife for the night? Third, I think, knife of the night. Wow, has this been crazy with these items. So again, forget Brimstone, this actually overwrites it on Awaken's side. He actually gets more damage up now. And you can tell that's a huge shot changer in and of itself. Alright, that bad trip pill Awaken's holding on to actually is going to become a full health pill should it get down to just 1 or any less than that red hearts remaining. Again, he's dealing with Headless Horseman here for Caves 2. We got TrainwreckJP on the left side and 1.5 hearts himself, so we're pretty close on health, but he's dealing with the very, very last part of his tank and Gertie. Just about done with her. There we go, no more spawns out of her. And just those 2 extra enemies to take care of. We're pretty damn even, though, at the moment here. See that cat o' nine tails? Again, a shot speed increase, so your shots travel faster on screen. See, Train gonna head on over to the store. Ooh, was hoping for something better out of this Caves 2, but instead a super green mini-boss fight that he has to deal with. And there you see the poison ability on his bombs. Again, get the same thing on the enemy bombs as well, but you don't have to worry about taking poison. Oh, and how about that? You want some money? Here's a quarter for you. I could quote Travis Tritt right now, but we're going to pass on that. Either way, flying ability and a charge on his space use with the pony here for Awakened Smoke. Trainwreck going to move on down to his Depths one as well, dealing with a regular version as opposed to Awakened Necropolis expansion. Excuse me, version of the Depths. Sorry for my voice all of a sudden. Alright, the pack for Awaken will give him plus fire rate, meaning less charge time on that knife, also more damage, and replaces those 2 red hearts he spent with 2 blue hearts. By the way, I'm muting because there's a fucking gang war going on down the street that I can hear the repercussions of the gunfire from, so yeah. And that fight's over. Okay. So, moving back on along, we got Awaken picking up the bucket of lard. Doesn't actually add to his size now because he's actually on top of that pony at the moment flying around. So, plus health on his side gets all of it back that he has just spent. So now he's up to 3 heart containers again. There we go. Very nicely placed bomb there by TrainwreckJP. He's finished off his Depths 1 boss fight. Question was, and I was going to say, does he head back to the item room? He's going to take the time advantage and go right on down to Depths 2. So not much of a time advantage. Awaken has found his boss fight as well, so he's going to catch right on up himself here. And with that full heal, let's see what he's got. Ooh, Loki, so this ought to be a real quick one. But Loki likes the knife. Again, nicely placed, nicely timed bomb kill, I should say, as that actually takes a ton of health back off of Loki. 1 more health container for Awaken, not even going to bother with that devil deal at this point. Head right on down, because again, Lump of Coal, which probably was going to show up for him there with the Krampus fight for Awaken, doesn't want to deal with it. Lump of Coal does nothing for you with the knife, so not even worth picking up on his part. And again, Awaken knowing he's got just that slight amount of time to make up, wants to catch up here. Early Polaroid. He gets it at the end of the floor anyway, so he'll keep Cancer for now. Again, we'll see at the end of the floor. I think he's probably going to keep that Cancer anyways. Good point. I thought that was last floor for whatever reason where he got the pact. Herpadur. So again, Trainer, oof, I was going to say it was a little bit close on that. Actually got out of the way of Mom's foot, I'll be damned. But dealing with Mom's foot at the moment here. Regular gray version of her. Awaken just on the other side of this door is going to find that same fight, and I doubt he cares about his item room. Indeed he doesn't, so he's going to catch right on up here. He's got Blue Mom to deal with, though again, with that knife, slight bit of an advantage here. As soon as she opens up that doorway, there we go. Of course, he had to deal with the 2 extra spawns, so that kind of trolled him even more. But as soon as she opens up that doorway, you notice he's barely going to throw the knife. You do triple damage when you barely throw it also. So getting a little bit more range increase, that full heal back. Now the question of, do you take cancer? Yes, he does. So he keeps that fire rate increase with him instead of the Polaroid. Curse of the Lost on the Womb 1. Ouch. So extra room's added onto this floor. Train will be catching up to him momentarily here as he's got 1 hit, I think, left. There we go. Little bit of health up again for him. He's at 5 heart containers himself. He grabs a Polaroid. Wow, that's a tough call. Kane's Eye's a 25% chance of a compass reveal as you get to the next floor, which, of course, doesn't fire, so no luck there. So both on, Awaken's got the expansion version of Womb 1, but both on the same floor here, just looking for boss fights. What's up, Lord? How you doing? Yeah, what's up, Flame? Good to see you tonight. Alright, Blue Soul would have taken, I almost called him Larry Jr. Let's try that again. Would have taken Little Steve along, following behind in an X pattern, basically going across the room. But again, not worth it. Kane's Eye might get you that compass reveal on Trainwreck's side, which he's going to need because Awaken worked himself right on over to his boss fight. He's going to deal with Teratoma. Melt right on through this, and he's going to have just 1 floor left looking for Mom's Heart to take a 1-0 lead. And keep in mind, if he wins even this one matchup, New York Video Game Freak right now is just waiting and hoping that this happens, because that would clinch the AFC East for him, keep in mind. So big stuff going down here. We got that 1 extra health for Awaken. Now he's not going to bother with that 3rd Devil Deal, as I was referring to earlier. Again, Train at half a heart has got to play catch-up and got to do it quickly. Although it's sketchy health, that is not the easiest thing to do. The Blood Challenge Room won't be real useful here for Awaken unless he gets down way lower on health. But again, could he utilize that pill he's got as a full health pill, given that situation, if he wants in. Ooh, Train finding his boss fight here, so as I was saying that, and of course we got the lag ball because, hey, that League of Legends tournament's on. Oh crap, he fell offline. Ruh-roh. So let's see if Awaken's still connected to him on call or not. Because he's offline on my side. But again, this is what happens. Trainwreck lives in Japan, by the way, and I live in, well, the center of America, basically. So, yeah, talk about those ingest rankers. Yeah, it doesn't work so well. Every now and then it's going to backfire on you, so hopefully Awaken hears that at some point. There we go. It did fall offline, apparently, so Train will get himself back online momentarily. All about noticing that, because sometimes when you disconnect from Mumble, you don't hear that the other person's gone. So it's just a matter of time, like you always see, and everybody always winds up pausing up here. Shark balls. No, actually, Creepus, it's 6 times your base damage when you throw it. It's 3 times your knife damage when you don't. Because if you just stab with the knife, when you throw it, it does 3 times the stabbing damage, if that made sense. Hopefully that I probably didn't clarify, but hopefully it did. Anyways, we got Train back online, so we'll get them both connected to each other again really quickly on call, and then they'll do their countdown. Looks like they already are, so we're back off and running. Awesome. We're back off and running. Train's got that boss fight right outside here as he teleported on over. Pretty darn lucky. He's going to use an Anarchist Cookbook for random bomb spawns against Champion Death. Not just Death, Champion Death. But again, Awaken just going to keep cruising. We got a buttless Chub. Let's get that buttless Chub hype going. When you get those 2 Larry Juniors, sometimes they miss a butt, and so does that Chub in the same room. So, good times. Good times. Buttless Chub. Buttless Chub, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Train already a good 50% of the way through this, Champion Death fight. And now he has to worry about the horse itself flying around as well as the body spawning enemies here. So he's going to try to take the body out as quickly as he can as to not get extra enemy spawns, just like that. Again, though, the horse will take him out, which is very convenient, I must say. Look at that, doing a beautiful job lining up the extra spawns. Again, just that last little bit of damage, then he'll have the horse to worry about, which has its own health pool. There we go. Took out the horse actually before the main body. Who knew? It happens sometimes. It's random too, because it's just a matter of if you actually hit it with tears. So there's that second cube of meat. Speaking of tears, we got that added onto the orbital floating around Trainwreck. Ooh. But will it be too little too late? Awakens found himself Mom's heart. Still sitting on 3 hearts. He's got that bad trip pill, which is actually a full health pill and 2 more damage for Awaken. So he's looking pretty safe on this side with that Mom's knife. He'll head on in, look for a 1-0 lead. New York Video Game Freak right now really hoping that this goes well for Awaken Smoke. This could end the AFC East right here, guys. Actually, Freak? I don't think it could. Doing the math on that, actually, no it doesn't. Haha. Because I just thought of a scenario. We'll get to that in a minute. It won't close it out quite yet, but Awaken gonna look to keep his playoff hopes alive here. Again, needs to win both. Well, just needs to win 2-0. Doesn't need to win it 2-0 by any means. Wouldn't mind it, but he doesn't need to. He just needs to win. And just like that, a 1-0 lead for Awaken Smoke. So very nicely done. Hanging on the edge of the playoffs. Needs this win to knock Magic D250 out and take that 6th spot himself. Is halfway there already. So very nicely done. 1-0 lead for Awaken Smoke. And just like that, there you go. Now it's updated. Haha! I knew it'd work sooner or later. So again, very nicely done on both sides there. As you can see, we're going to get them both reset. I'll save you the epilepsy warning on watching that over and over. So there's the still screen. Again, 1-0 lead for Awaken right now. That, if I'm doing my math right, I don't think actually technically ends it yet, does it? No, because, no it doesn't. I had to think about that. AFC East not over yet. Train can still win it. I'll get to that in a second. I really just did the math here. He can still win it. I'll explain it momentarily. Hang tight though. We'll get them both reset. We got round number 2 coming up here. Awaken gonna look to win this. Get his 9th win. Again, take over that last playoff spot in the AFC and knock Magic out of it. So really, really, really important for him. Train needs the next 2 wins to have any chance at winning the AFC East. He's still in the playoffs, but does not want that 5th seed as a wild card. So we'll be right back in 2 minutes. We'll see how this turns out. Hang tight, everybody. And if my chat starts working, I'll get you some links to get into their channels. Be right back. Yep, my chat broke. Alrighty, so we're back. We got round number 2 just about to begin, if you guys saw that. Yeah, Lag Estra, telling you, totally a legitimate god. Norse mythology. Look at it. I'm kidding, obviously. Either way, let me flip this back on over. We got a 1-0 lead right now for Awakened Smoke on the right-hand side over TrainwreckJP. And again, okay, now let me explain what happened. So there can no longer be that one-game playoff to decide who wins the AFC East. What has to happen now for TrainwreckJP to have a chance at winning the AFC East is he needs back-to-back wins to get a 2-1 victory here. Excuse me. His opponent, Awakened Smoke, needs one of the next 2 victories here as we race through Mom's Heart again. If he gets that, he knocks Magic D250 out of the playoff race, takes over the 6th seed himself, and gives himself a better situation with only 2 more people left tied with him at the moment. So again, needs still a little bit of luck after this, but could get himself in a pretty nice little seat here in the playoffs like Magic was doing earlier. So again, would still need that luck, but can do only so much himself. Just needs one of the next 2 wins. So again, best of luck, obviously, to both. Oh god, that HD one is just killing me. Either way, that HD one kills me. Oh, but like I said, they'll be off and racing at their own will. Here, let me get you a link into both of their channels real quick. And if the bot's actually alive, there we go. That CatGuard.net link will get you into say hi to both Trainwreck and Awakened. They're off and running. So again, best of luck to both of you guys here. One up on the left side for TrainwreckJP. Does exactly what you think it would do. It brings you back to life with full red heart containers. Also got his item room looking at him. Awakened wasn't too happy with his. Went ahead and reset. Ooh, look at this. Once again, that Technology 2 showing up. And once again, that Dead Sea Scrolls. So another banned item showing up. Let's see those fast scrolls. Again, Awakened got to reroll that, turned it into the... Oh, God, yeah, he'll take this run now. So got a lot of speed up, I should say, with that mismarked item, Roid Rage. Gives you nothing but speed increase, and I believe it's 40% up, if I'm not mistaken. Also goes into his curse room, finds himself the Holy Grail, so flying in 1 extra health container for Awakened, and he's off and rolling here. So both into their boss fights. We got Gemini on the right, we got Larry Jr. on the left. And Larry's a really good matchup here for Trainwreck, as he can pierce right through every single portion of it. You notice one part at a time, all of those will take damage on Larry. Oh, I know it is. I saw horror and you guys tweeting about it earlier. I watch Twitter. I saw him tweet it out and then you retweeted it. I'm like, oh dear God, it exists, doesn't it? And lo and behold, it exists. I saw it. We were talking about it actually last night with the racers. Like, oh God, does that mean? Oh God, it does. Alright, Train still no key to get into that item room. Awakened just about to befall the same fate here, unless he gets one to spawn for him at the end of this room. And lo and behold, so he'll be off looking for his boss fight. There's that key Trainwreck needed on the left, so he'll backtrack for this item. Ghost Baby, not exactly worth the time. Follower with base damage tiers. Again, it's got spectral effects on it as well, so it can get through rocks. Excuse me, Awaken picking up Blood Rights. That'll damage you to damage everything in the room equally for, I think it's about 40 damage every time, just like that. And look at that, with the 1 red heart you spend, he actually got it right back at the end of the room. So you can see just how handy that item is. You can clear out a lot of rooms very quickly. So both will be on to their second boss fights. We got Train already taking on Duke of Flies. And Awaken gonna have to deal with Monstro. Double Monstro for this matter, so he's gonna hit Blood Rights twice here. Could actually hit it 3 times and flat out kill both of these, but gonna just do the last bit himself as he doesn't want to take too much damage too quickly. Alright, box of items, one of everything there for Train. That golden key not exactly gonna help him, as when he goes to the next floor it'll disappear. So a little bit of health up for Awaken. He'll be the first onto the caves. Ooh, Train with the decision now. Ooh, Guppy's head it is. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised it wasn't Brimstone. But then again, I guess with Tech 2, I could see why. So again, you see Guppy's head will spawn those attack flies for Train once per room. And look at this, Awaken. Talk about your inner compasses? Dear God. Right on over to his boss fight in Caves 1, so he's dealing with Pestilence here. And he'll wind up with the cube of meat orbiting around him, blocking shots and damaging everything it touches. Ooh, but Trainwreck with an even better item here has found the compass, so as he walks out of this room, nothing else probably going to show up on this floor, but he really wanted that store, and now you see why. So he'll be able to see, and actually there was something else, but he'll be able to see where all the special rooms on your minimap are. Won't be able to see the way to them without the treasure map necessarily, but you get to make very educated guesses. And again, Train will be on down to the caves, waking on down to his caves too, as he's going to skip right on over his item room. And with no key, that, oh geez, did that not pay off? Star's card teleports Trainwreck just to the other side of that locked door. But again, nothing good in there, Mom's pad. He leaves behind in favor of Guppy's head for more fly spawns and more damage for him. But again, one floor behind now as Awaken skipped right on ahead of this caves too. And again, with that health build and blood rights, that's a scary proposition right now for TrainwreckJP. Let alone right now, Magic is really hoping that somehow, some way, we find a bunch of health down variables on Awaken's side. Because Magic is hanging on by a thread right now to that last playoff spot, and one win here by Awaken Smoke in either of the next two races could get him knocked out, and will get him knocked out of the playoffs for that matter. Kitsu. Maybe? Ooh, all that money. Look at this. 2 nickels, a dime, and 6 pennies. What? To that secret room. Wow. And Trainwreck's going to bomb right on over to the other side. Well, left on over to the other side. Puns. All right, and he'll be right on over to his boss fight as well to finish off the Caves one. No, I mean Magic. I mean what I said. Train's already clinched his playoff spot. I said exactly. Alright, falling on Trainwreck's side. As you get down to 50%, you can see spawns into 2 of them now, so you got an even more ridiculous fight to deal with. And again, with just that one red heart container, yeah, he's got the 1-up following him, but you don't want to get hit here. Wow, did he get lucky that that didn't damage him. So 1 out of the way, this makes this fight much easier. He'll wind up with a guaranteed Devil Deal item. And there we go, that full heal. Brother Bobby, again, base damage tears on a follower. Nothing special, but it's more damage for Train, so we'll take it gladly and move on down here to Caves 2. Looks like heading straight on over towards this boss fight. Isn't going to care about that item room. And speaking of not caring about your item rooms, Awaken also finding his boss fight here will deal with Gertie. Ooh, Trainwreck, though, again, at that 1 heart got hit there, so he's down to his last life and just that 1 red heart container still. And there we go, with just this one last room to clear, he'll be on over to his boss fight to finish off Caves 2 as well. So Awaken about 50% of the way through Gertie. Get a couple more flies for Train, he'll head on into the same room. And have to deal with the Husk himself, so a very easy fight by comparison. And as you can see, the damage differential being done here. Husk does not have the health that Gertie does. Ooh, Awaken taking some chances, though, as was Trainwreck, and Train's down, so back to the beginning gives Awaken a huge advantage. Just 1.5 hearts left, though. Because he's been using Blood Rights quite a bit to get that time advantage. Alright, that Distant Admiration attack fly floating around Trainwreck. Not good enough for him. He's going to wind up resetting this run. Alright, Mom's Underwear. A little bit more range for Awaken. He'll head on in. Ooh, there we go. That's how to heal. Oh, God, actually thinking about it. That's interesting. I could actually see him taking Guppy here. I think he won't, but yeah, he thought about it for a quick second while he was putting those fires out, but nothing doing with that. So he'll grab the pact, replace 2 of those empty heart containers with 2 more soul hearts. And again, also get, a damage up and a fire rate increase on his tears. So Awaken looking pretty good here. On down in his depths 1 just has this, and there we go. So very nice use again of that Blood Rights. I don't like these rooms. I was gonna say, with even that little bit of red health remaining, I would have totally used Blood Rights there like he just did. I do not like those enemies. And you just saw as he picked up Burnt Penny. Also as you pick up coins now with that trinket in hand, that's going to give you a chance to spawn a bomb with it. Train's still not happy here as he's coming across crappy starting items over and over. Alright, something at least somewhat decent there for Trainwreck, but he's going to replace Robo Baby once again. He's looking for some type of tier damage at this point, as he knows he's got a lot of time to make up on Awaken Smoke. Alright, you notice one of the other tricks that you see Smoke trying to do here. He's lining up the Globins so they walk directly over these spikes. And yes, they're stupid enough that they'll do it for you and take a lot of damage in the process. So when you can fly, this really helps you line these guys up. And about a new item, let's be something good on Train. Say, oh, jeez, Monstro's Tooth's another reset. That's not great. That would have brought Monstro down out of the sky to land on enemies and hurt him. 10 bombs, it's 10 bombs, but that's not exactly damage up, per se. I believe Train actually just closed this game out. He's going to reopen it in a second here, hoping for better luck. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. So he's hoping for better luck on the timer at the beginning, because there is actually a frame counter on that intro screen, so I'm thinking that does mean something. We'll see if Train gets any luckier here. There's that boss fight showing up on Awakens yet again, so no item room yet again, but we have found that boss fight. I'm thinking in this situation, that's a long way back, but he knows he's got the time advantage. I'm just curious if he wants to clear extra rooms or not to find this item now. Enough money makes that store feasible as well, so waking on into his boss fight here. He'll fight Gish, wind up with Little Gish following him around. Again, really useful little buddy there as a follower. He'll shoot out Tartiers that'll slow down enemies' movements and shot speed. Oh, it's through the entire game it counts frames. Interesting. Okay. I figured it was just the intro screen, but wow, that's interesting. Alright. And let's see, another not-so-decent item. We saw it before in Jim Drizzle's race, but Black Beam would have given you panic farts. If you get hit, that would have given you a poison fart around the area. Alright, last 10% or so on Gish here. He's actually really freaking firing these tiers a long way. Another heal. There's a little Gish and a double deal for that matter once again. Smoke will head on in. Ooh. Crappy and crappier. So no thanks on Guppy's Tail. Definitely no thanks on Necronomicon. Not spending hearts on that. Smoke will check out a store. That is going to make up for not getting your item room most likely. How far away is it? Maybe one, maybe three more rooms to clear. Smoke will say no thanks, and he'll head right on down to Depths 2 with that treasure map in tow. So let's see, he'll head on over to this side. I'm guessing he'll check up to the top next. But again, you get to make pretty educated guesses about where to head on your map, especially in a race situation. That treasure map is very nice. Ooh, actually gonna head on over towards that secret room. Let's see, this is probably, unless we get really lucky, that may actually be the item room down 2 more rooms on the right side, but I'm guessing that may be your boss fight down here at the bottom. Find out for Awaken momentarily, but I'm thinking unless we get really lucky in 2 rooms, he's not going to find his item room here. Ugh, speed up, my god, give Trainwreck something here. He's getting nothing out of this. Ooh, 2 more soul hearts, Awaken feeling even safer now with that blood rights. We'll check out this challenge room. Absolutely no thanks. When you don't see anything in there, like actual item-wise, pretty much no one's gonna take them. More coins equals more bombs with a burnt penny. Ooh, it's a store instead. Interesting. Ooh, that mulligan. I would pretty much have to take that at this point. Oh, wow. Train gonna reset mulligan. Holy God. He really wants a changer. You want Mom's knife or something, don't you? Wafer would be half damage in every room. Unless that's small rock, that's a reset. And there's that boss fight, so I was actually right. So I figured that Awaken may actually check that top left corner, but lo and behold, boss fight down here. So again, decision time. Do you skip that last item room as Awaken? I think he might have a decent enough build that he will. He won't have that many more rooms to clear, but there's your answer. He's going to head on in, fight, in this case, Blue Mom. Excuse me. And again, I would do exactly what he just did right there. 3 blood rights, that fight's over. That's why I didn't even explain anything about it. Blood rights, blood rights, blood rights. Awaken wins. So moving on down to, out of his depths into the womb. 2 more floors possibly to go, and Awaken looking to knock Magic out of that last playoff spot here. So Train really needs to find himself something to get running with. At least he got some health up already out of a pill, but let's see what's in this item room. Come on, like Mom's knife or something. Something. Alright, there was that secret room, so Awaken may be heading the right way. Ooh, oh wow, I'll be damned he's not. So dead end over here for Awaken, which means boss fight's top left corner. At least in my opinion. It could actually be, what, 1, 2, 3 other places besides that, but I'm going to say it's top left corner at this point. Yes, I know that they're going to the womb. I meant he won in that fight. You realize that that was a fight, right? Alright, so we finally got some damage with that small rock finally showing up. Come on, item room, be cool. Jesus. Ouija board. So Spectral Tears for Train. He just is going to take him at this point because he's got that small rock for damage up, fire rate increase. And again, a little bit of movement speed down, but well worth it for that damage up, which he desperately needed at this point. Alright, even more damage up again. That is mismarked. Not tears up, but damage up in the 1 health container with meat for Train. So red tears already. Finally something brewing for him on this. But again, Awaken working on through Womb 1. Probably this and 2 more rooms to clear, and I'm thinking we'll find that boss fight for him. Guppy's tail. Ooh, that was a little risky with that spider still being there too. But now more lock chests are gonna, or more chests I should say, are gonna spawn for Trainwreck. Again, the problem with this is you're gonna wind up with way, way less keys to get into them. There's one of them right there, so that's the cursed question that it puts at the bottom. Thing is, Train really wants to build a Guppy on this run. He really needs something ridiculously overpowered to have any chance of catching Awaken right now. So hence, taking one of the 3 pieces, he only needs 2 more at this point. Let's see. After this, let's see if that boss fight's attached. There we go. So Awaken with this, this one last room to clear, and we'll find out who his boss room is, or whose boss fight, I should say, is for Womb 1. Then after that, 1 more floor potentially to clear, 1 more boss fight, and this could get real interesting in the AFC again. Oh, left hand and Guppy's tail is a ridiculously awesome combination. Ridiculously great for you, quite honestly. Unless you get really unlucky and the red chest spawn nothing but like troll bombs or spiders, you're going to get a lot of health up and maybe more Guppy items out of that. So if you can find the left hand with Guppy's tail, you're pretty much looking pretty. I'd get rid of the left hand before you went to the chest with it, though. Just gonna point that one out. I would definitely find a way to get rid of the left hand before you go to the chest if you can. That's assuming, of course, that you have Mom's purse and you can hold to. Alright, no luck with those item rocks. So speaking of Guppy, we got 2 pieces now on Train's side. Like I said, that's why he took the tail when he did. We got Guppy's paw now as well, which can turn any of those health containers, empty or full, into 3 of those blue soul hearts apiece. So Train's sitting on a lot of health and now 2 of 3 pieces of Guppy. And again, working on through this, excuse me, why can I not think of his damn name? Blastocyst fight. Wow, am I just drawing blanks here tonight? So Awaken probably didn't really need to worry about cranking that so many times, but working on through his blood rights, get himself some health back with Squeezy, a little bit of fire rate increase. Pretty much guaranteed that this one was going to be Krampus. But again, could be more damage up on his tiers. It'll wind up with a lump of coal, which as your shots travel further on screen, going to wind up growing in size and damage output. So a really good item coming out of this for him, and obviously not exceptionally worried about the extra time he's going to spend. So the extra damage welcomed on Awaken's side, no question here. And it's pretty amazing, like, for how long it took him to reset, mind you, Train's gotten himself a dang nice build. He's on over to his Caves 1 boss fight already. So again, it's all about, Awaken doesn't have all those heart containers full, keep in mind, guys. He'd love to use blood rights more, but may not be able to excessively. And again, Train ripping on through yet another easy boss. He'll be on down to his Caves 2 after Fistula dies here. And all he needs is that one more piece of Guppy, and it's still going to be interesting. Apparently I missed something there. I did. Holy crap. Thank you, Mime. Holy crap. Thank you very much. Alright, a little bit of health there for Train. He's already been in that devil deal, so not going to worry about it, and he'll head on down to his Caves too. More importantly, though, on the right-hand side, Awaken Smoke right now on the Womb 2. Sitting at, I can't do math, 4.5 hearts total, counting his blue soul hearts. Working around with blood rights, which damages everything at the cost of your hearts, and I don't think he wants to use it too often, but if he can find a way, he'll do it. Which, keep in mind, it isn't going to take long to get invincibility frames. I'd like to point something cool out to you guys. He's got the Polaroid, which means when Awaken takes 1 hit of damage, that gets him down to, well, 1 hit of red damage. Let me rephrase this. That gets him down to half a red heart remaining, right? Now that means he gets a 5-second damage shield whenever that happens, during which he can actually sit there and spam blood rights. So lots of extra damage output while you're sitting there with a 5-second invincibility frame. It's quite nice. Well, 5 seconds of invincibility frames. Let me rephrase that. Let's also get a judgy, please, for Trainwreck. That's pretty darn nice. How about the treasure map yet again? Train will walk into the next room, be able to see his entire mini-map play out, which again is huge in these races, and especially if you're trying to make a comeback time-wise. He's already got Guppy's Paw, Mick. Alright, where is this boss fight going to be on Awaken's side? He's got a pretty good chance. Ooh, that's even nicer. An arcade. Wow. Good, easy way to possibly heal up, and Awaken could really make use of some of those red heart containers now if he gets in there. So this could play nicely. He's only got the 13 cents, but we'll see if he can't pull some extra hearts out of this, and I bet you he yes, he will. I was going to say, I bet you he gambles, and that's why right there. Free hearts sometimes. Alright, no luck. Just a 1 penny out of there? What the heck? Even more hearts with those blue ones. Awaken breathing easier one way or the other. Even if he can't use that blood rights successively, he's still happy. Oh, look at this. 2 more soul hearts with the Hierophant card. Somewhere the New York Jets are just getting ecstatic at the moment. It's looking bad for Buffalo, folks. 2 of Diamonds going to double up the money Awaken has, so he's up to 12 cents again. It's like he almost spent nothing in here. Kane's Eye would have been a 25% chance on a new floor of getting the compass revealed to you, but there's no more floors for him to worry about after this. See, Mooncard would take you to your secret room. And Awaken will hold on to that for now in case he finds a dead-end room down here, but let's clear this one out first and we'll find out if he needs to. I was going to say Freak is literally chanting, "Go Patriots?" and probably feeling kind of dirty about it in the process, but I think Freak might be rooting for the Patriots right now. How's it feel to root for Tom Brady? How's it feel, Freak? How's it feel? just curious. As a Jets fan, yeah, I was going to say, I feel so dirty. I know he's a Jets fan, hence why I'm giving free crap at the moment. Oh, look at this. It was the boss fight. So, Awaken looking for a 2-0 win here. Again, huge implications on this one. So there's that invincibility frame. He's going to sit there and just crush through Mom's heart as much as he can. How about that one extra red heart over here? Thank you. Let's just hit it again. Invincibility frames. So he's just going to sit here and just massacre Mom's heart with blood rights. Look at this. This is called ending it in style, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is what we call with style. And in fact, I'm pretty sure it is. So look at this. Just unending blood rights here. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2-0 winner, Mr. Awaken Smoke, moves to 9-7 on the year after looking very early on like he would have a very tough time getting in the playoffs.